All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good wherever you are. Morning for me. And we'll get rolling here in just a minute. Hey, morning, Basic Builder. You are right here in the morning with me. Let me kind of just take one more quick little look at some of this concept art and we'll get rolling. You know, sometimes you look at concept art and it just, even if you don't copy it, it can kind of, point you in the right direction. This actually all ended up being kind of like just freehand design. Started looking up concept art early at the beginning of this week, but zoo concept art is kind of hard. It's not like theme park where there's, 1,000, probably millions of pictures of concept art. The zoo is a little more harder to pin down. But maybe that's why it's, it can be cooler because you kind of have to make it up on your own. Hey, what's up, Micah? Remember, we are going to start our surgery center today. And I think I've got a neat idea for it. I think I know what we can do to kind of make it work. And it just so happens the height over here ended up being perfect. So we'll go ahead and get started. But the first thing I'm going to do is we're actually going to use, if you scroll down to the very bottom, we're actually going to use the surgery center. And then we will detail it and kind of dress it up. And see how it almost just fits perfect with the side of that wall. Hey, morning, Holly. We are running with your idea of a veterinary surgery center. And that was an awesome idea because now we can, the pre-made building can almost do so much of the interior detailing for us. So check this out. It even fits with the silhouette of the building. And now we can just go in and dress it up. And we even have like the back door if they, access it from this way. Or if you all have it in your parks, you can just connect a path to it easily as well too. So isn't that crazy? Like this little wing just fit on there perfect as a little surgery center. So like I said, what we'll need to do is let's get some wall pieces out and we'll kind of start decorating this and dressing this up a little bit, And I'm thinking we will continue with the concrete. But remember, what we kind of, to keep it cohesive, we kind of need to cover this bottom section with the rock work. Old Reds is back, joining us on a Sunday morning. Well, maybe not morning for you, but morning for me. There we go. Now we can cover that with rock. Go ahead and copy this. Get this side put in. Hey, but at least it's not like midnight or like 1:58 a.m. and you're trying to watch. That's what we were trying to fix with this. I wanted to get some of my European buddies in here and it not be so late. Oh, thank you, buddy. Yes, I will be your lockdown entertainment. All right, and then if you see back here behind this landscaping, I kind of took an idea from Poison Blade, and we did like a custom rock wall. Looks a lot better, I think. Hey, what's up, Dean? I told you I'd be back. I always worry about like telling you guys like, yeah, don't forget we're going to come back tomorrow at 10 a.m. because you never know what's going to happen. You know, I like the last thing I want to do is like mention that and then not show up. Streaming's kind of weird. You just never know. You hope things time out right, but it's kind of a little bit of a crapshoot, isn't it? You never know like with people's lives or what's going on or work or... Hey, what's up, Lee? We are working on our Holly-inspired veterinary center. It's like the veterinary surgery center of the ranger outpost here. So you never know. They may find injured animals out in the bush, whatever, and have to bring them back here for emergency surgery or just... Maybe they've got animals tagged and they bring them back here for regular checkups or immunizations. You never know. We definitely, that was a part of the compound. I think early on we knew we needed to try to work in. So it just kind of fit perfect over here underneath the tower. And then of course we will get some landscaping and all that over here as well. And another thing we've been doing is taking this corrugated metal and kind of working it like to the bottom of the windows. This rock's actually a little high. Hey, Seth joined us. What's up, buddy? May actually just leave the metal part out on this and kind of just start working on the wood part. You know what we could actually do, since this is kind of like a little offshoot, it would probably help me not block the windows as much. Maybe we could do rock like up to the top of the windows. See if I can kind of work this out. Hey, thank you, Lee. Yeah, hopefully this inspires you all to maybe jump back in the game a little bit. Hopefully we have some DLC on our way. That can help bring some people back. This might not look bad, kind of like this stacked rock. The only thing is it's going to protrude a little bit through the surgery center probably. That's okay though. I'd rather have that than to have to kind of cover the windows. Hey, Cyberus, welcome back. 5 animals I never want to see. I don't know. I kind of don't want to be too picky. I kind of want them to give us anything they, you know, anything they can come up with. You don't really realize how large even the smaller rocks are until you go to like do this. Oh yeah, I am a big rock guy. Love the rock work in this game. Okay, we'll have to sink that into that back part a little bit. Piranha. They can be a little vicious, can't they? Mast, can you ever really stop adding more to one's build? Does it ever really stop? We have to add the veterinary center. All right, let's try to bring this in a little bit. Of course, I could cover that with a brace piece out here as well. The thing is, what's so cool about this is, like I was saying earlier, they've built the interior for us. It's up to us to just dress up the outside, which is my favorite part. Anyway. Oh, I know. That's one of the weird things that you think would have kind of came up in a meeting. Like somebody there would have said, but I like seeing behind the scenes stuff in zoos. And then, like, you know, maybe somebody said, well, yeah, I mean, let's not make it a hindrance to the guests. Let's actually let them, you know, kind of like at Animal Kingdom and stuff. You can, when you take like when you go out to the Rafiki area, or I don't even know if that's still there, what used to be the Rafiki area, you could watch them perform surgeries. Like, you know, that was cool. What we'll do here is probably, let's get a big bed going out here. I'm gonna do that around back too. I think we need like a tree or something back there too. Yeah, that's true. It's kind of like sometimes too the weirdness of this. Kind of like you ever hear the saying, like the game kind of got in its own way. It's just some of it's weird. Some of what they thought would be cool kind of turned out weird, but you know, as is game design. DZ Studios. Hey. What's up, buddy? It is veterinarian time. To me, it always looks better when you block in your landscaping. Hey, what's up, Abby? Thank you for stopping by. We're just in here kind of trying to figure out this veterinary wing of this huge compound we've ended up undertaking here. You know what? Maybe we could even get some kind of little palm over here. Kind of change up the foliage just a little bit. I'm thinking the big tree needs to go back here. We need to like connect this. Because you know, you could almost do like a palm here, but it kind of just takes away, see, it's too much. It takes away from the building. But we can do a smaller something. Not even this, but it's a little, I mean, even that would look okay, but yeah, that looks okay. That's not like too intrusive. Oh yeah, we'll definitely get this on the workshop. Probably, I'd say here in a little bit. As long as we can wrap up this detailing and stuff. Because remember, we were kind of talking about going on to like a polar bear or like a polar outpost later on. Well, you know what? We'll probably stream some Red Dead later on before. Probably do 2 streams today. We'll do some Red Dead late this evening before I kind of have to get ready for my D&D session. So we may jump back on there because we'll have this kind of wrapped up. Yeah, see, that's kind of a... Don't you guys think that's a good height right there? It's not, like I said, it's not too... It doesn't take away from the, you know, from the architecture. It's kind of a little subtle. This has kind of bugged me since the beginning. We need to cover up this roof piece. You know? Whoops. Planet angles are deceiving. And then that jump, sometimes that jump with the 3D gizmo just like totally messes you up. Oh, sometimes I use angle snap, sometimes just freehand it. You know, whatever. Bring that down and in a little bit. There we go. See how much more character that gives, like when you close off these ends? There we go. That kind of cleaned that up pretty good. This looks good. Kind of boxed in pretty good. We'll come out here, finish up that landscaping. Hey, Emily. Thank you for joining us. You know, I may even be able to hide this part where I don't have rock if I can. Yeah, there we go. Kind of just do this on both sides of the window borders. There we go. That kind of seamlessly, kind of looks like that's holding all that up. And you don't see the rock gap too terrible now. And for anybody that is just caught on to this, if you're wondering what in the world is this water world looking jumbled up mess, this is a ranger station, like a self-sufficient, like outback ranger station. So they live here. You know, they go on they do long shifts here, months at a time. So you've got their living quarters up here. You know, up here, this is kind of like the radio station, operations side of things. And then of course inside is, you know, just more, you know, offices and all that. But, you know, it's I don't have an interior on it, but use your imagination. This is the veterinary center over here we're working on today. This is kind of like the big, like the lookout tower. This is their little greenhouse. Grow their own food out here. This is the back side of the dormitory area and the catwalk. This is just like, this is like a little kennel area in case they have to go out or they come across like coyotes or wild dogs or any kind of, you know, animal that has to be put in here while it waits transportation somewhere. So we've got that covered back there. This is like the little garage area where their little Jeep is. And this is a blueprint that I found. And let me make sure I give a proper shout out again. This blueprint, this bulldozer is from Fury 4s. So F-U-R-I 4, the number 4 apostrophe S. And we are really thankful for some of Fury's blueprints. Up here on top, this is Mr. Domez's like electrical boxes. I thought that fit perfect right here with the radio tower. And did we grab up anything from anybody else? I can't remember right off. Oh yeah, the binoculars. Those are not mine. The binoculars came from, make sure I pronounce this right here. Did I pass them? The binoculars, we cannot find. You ever do this? You pass it up like 8 times and then You see it and you're like, what the? I was just there. Here they go. The binoculars on the watchtower are Zirius's. Zirius'. So yeah, those pieces fit in very, very handy to kind of help tell this story. All right, now we need some rock work over on this side as well, but there are no windows over there, so we can just bring the wood right down. Hopefully. Yeah, Seth, the North America pack is on a lot of people's radar. I've been hearing South Africa a lot lately. And Europe as well. Europe's a big front runner. Hey, Dan, what's up, buddy? Dan's got some cool builds going on right now, too, if you go over and check Dan out. Whoops. It's kind of not wanting to cooperate, is it? That's all right. We'll make it work. Now, you know, over here, we probably could do our little bit of tin work. Just to kind of, you know, break up that wood a little bit. Get this a little closed in over here. And these pieces right here, I use these a lot as little makeshift, like, you know, sidewalk pieces. And all it is the it's the little rhino or the gorilla piece turned upside down. So if you go into your x-axis, just makes like a perfect chunk of concrete. You can hide your path under it, or, you know, whatever. Do our little rock trick over here too. Get some stacked rock. I think people are really going to like subscribing to this and kind of getting in here and exploring it more. Like, you know, like I was saying yesterday, people that weren't here with us, kind of while this was being built, kind of getting to, you know, like discover this stuff, like all the little nooks and crannies of the Outpost. That's going to be pretty cool. I'll probably get a lot of messages about this. But you can definitely jump in here in a little bit and dissect this for yourself, even if you haven't got to catch a lot of the live stream. This is like my first build where we've done it completely on the live stream. Like, you know, normally we might build some on the live stream and then I'll do a real video and, you know, kind of showcase whatever we did. But no, this one was completely live. And I want to do some more like this. I mean, you know, we can just keep going with this. So, and plus too, like it completely took the editing out of it, like the least funnest part for me. And just get to kind of hang out with you guys and get real-time feedback. Yep, live stream exclusive builds. This has been stinking fun. And plus, too, you know, if I do the videos, it's one and done. You know, you may get to sit here and watch for 12 or 13 minutes while, like, we kind of rush and babble on about what's happened or what I've built. But now, you know, we've got, like, hours of catalog that we can go back and reference, and, you know, you can come see, you know, what we tried to do and what worked and what didn't work. Like, I think that's a pretty cool part of it. But the only thing is, too, I understand some people, like with the live streams, it can be kind of daunting to pull up the content and you see like 2 hours and 37 minutes, you know, to kind of get caught up as replacing like a 13-minute catch up. But, you know, I think it can still be pretty cool background content too, you know. Just throw it on and watch it when you have some spare time or while you're building in your zoos, you know. That's a cool part of it too. Just background. I'm always looking for some kind of background noise. Either I'm like listening to the Critical Role guys, or like when Mass Bandit made videos like 8 years ago, I used to throw him or Mike on in the background. Poison Blade, I'll listen to Poison Blade sometimes, and Kayan Al-Bashar. Beyond Drew, I'll listen to him. I'm always on the lookout for some good background noise. All right, and you know what we need to do? We need some more landscaping. Hey, Savannah made the live stream. See, Savannah, you all thought I wouldn't show up this morning, like I'd let you down. I am here. See, Seth is making a live, he's listening right now, making a zoo. All right, so let's see. We were talking about, you know, I don't even know if we need, you know, the only thing is about when you start talking about large trees back here, then it kind of starts blocking out some of the architecture, like we said. Oh, Cybers has to go to work. I've been lucky. I've been off for like 5 weekends in a row. This is... I feel like I'm in for punishment or something. No, before like the pandemic and all this hit, that was my schedule, was Monday through Friday. But when that hit and a bunch of people got let go, we, like everybody's schedules kind of got turned upside down. So my off days started being Mondays and Tuesdays for a good 5 months. And now we've kind of started slowly, like they've started slowly hiring people back. And it's like I've just been drawing the lucky straw here. You know, I love these plants right here, these century plants. Whoops. I don't love them sideways. But they're really cool about dressing up your landscaping. Especially with like this arid type of, you know, look we're going for here. Outback type of look. There we go. You know what we could probably do? Fill this in with some landscaping as well. Landscaping just helps. It just helps pop a build, you know? Try not to sleep on your landscaping if you can help it. Maybe I'll be able to even get us a little tree idea right here. Because this wouldn't, you know, doing one back here wouldn't be so intrusive to just the regular build, you know? Yeah, that's right, Herman. We gotta leave. Gotta make sure people can actually connect this. Good thinking. That's what we were saying yesterday evening. It's going to be cool for people to actually use this as well, you know. There we go. Now you could kind of connect it if you want to, or like if you actually want to use this. Yeah. Our staff will be running through the plants. Stay back, please. Alright, so let's definitely, I love mixing rock work, a little bit of rock work in with foliage. So let's just kind of maybe plop us a couple pieces down, and then the big thing is picking out a tree. So, decisions. Guess we'll kind of just scroll down through here and just kind of look at some. And then we'll kind of switch them out. That's okay-ish, a little taller than I'd like. Don't really like the banana palm. Definitely that won't work. Hey, Heather. Thanks for the retweet, buddy. Don't really like the cacti. That's okay-ish. Bamboo. Not my style, really. Black poplar. No, way too big. Obviously, we're going to skip over the pines. That's kind of that's too busy. Too much is going on. One of my favorite trees in the game are not like this, like the Brazilian nut trees, but if you lower them way down, just like their branches. I mean, obviously it won't work here, but I love the exposed branches. Let's see, we could just have us a broken cherry blossom tree. Nah. Candelabra tree. Those are pretty cool. Nah. Coconut palm. Nah. Common ash. Nah. Too busy. Corkwood tree. I actually use these as bushes more than anything. Corkwood tree. Just sink them in. You know, we may end up going with a bush here. The California palm somebody built. The little cypress trees look okay, but it's almost like too formal for this build. That palm tree doesn't look too bad. Actually, we'll have to remember that. Remember the date palm. We'll favorite that one. Desert bloodwood tree. Hey, that doesn't look too bad either. That kind of fits with our deserty biome a little bit, doesn't it? I like the smaller one. That doesn't actually look too bad, does it? You know, I think I'm going to go with that. Let's see what it looks like and dress it up just a little with some grass. Grass complements it pretty good too. We probably need to rope it off though too, because that, for some reason, the rope just makes it pop. Yeah, that just fits, don't you guys think? And it's not really hiding much. It's, you know. Don't want people traipsing through this, if we can help it. Yeah. Kind of block this off a little bit too. I like it. I'm liking it. Like we said, the ropes are kind of a little more for decoration. It's kind of like not to keep little kids out or anything, because like we have to remember, this is in the middle of nowhere. Hey, thank you, Carol. Glad you could jump in with us. Guys, what we need to do is probably be thinking now about some like last minute little details, and then we can kind of probably go ahead and get it on the workshop. So we'll just kind of look around here a little bit. You know, I think one of those masks, let me move this down a little bit. I love those like African like tribal masks. Let's see if I can get one of those like on the base side of this. Hey, Pantera. I'm good. You know what, Carol? Probably. I'd hate for this whole thing to go to waste. Or, you know, just do it for this build and then kind of never touch it again. So I think we have to find a spot for it in Suyana. Ah, that is perfect. I love that mask. Pantera watching us from France. Oh yeah, we do need to cover up the roof, don't we? Let's just steal a piece from this. Take you from there. Let's kind of match this up. I mean, the new addition idea would have fit too, but we'll go ahead and match it. Whoops. Matter of fact, let's start this way, and then we can just hide this. And look, we got through this without me having to worry about doing a real roof. Hey, thank you, Grace. You know, I think the same thing. That's why I kind of like, even when, I mean, if I wasn't live streaming with you guys, I would most likely be listening to, of course, not many people stream on YouTube, it seems, as far as Planet Zoo goes. You really kind of have to make the jump over to Twitch, but kind of like all of my audience and everything is just set up over here, so it's just like I'm just going to stream on YouTube. I mean, maybe we'll try Twitch one day, but this is just, you know, it's kind of like where I'm comfortable at, and, you know. Let's see, Seth said maybe as a decor for an Australia area. Yeah, I could bring it over there. Like we said, Carlos is building a nature trail for me right now. So we kind of may be able to feed off that a little bit as a kind of like a feeder into an Australian area. I don't know. Only thing is, I'm not crazy about the Australia area animals. I'm not getting a lot of inspiration like using them right now. So that's my only problem with Australia, just kind of at the moment. Like, I love the pieces, but I love the scenery pieces, but the animals are just kind of, I just can't get a real good vibe from them. But who knows, maybe we get this over in Suyana and it will give us a good spark. So now what we'll do is, let's see, I've had you guys here for an hour. We will go in and let's get some of this detailing kind of wrapped up, and then we will get this over on the workshop. I'm going to start doing some research on some polar outposts too, aren't I? Like maybe get some concept ideas going or something. That's going to be fun. I don't know, Grace. I think whatever it is, I think it's going to involve birds. I'm hoping birds are a part of it. But you know, we'll kind of just have to wait and see. I don't think we'll see it in November. I think it's going to be a December type of thing. But nonetheless, we'll be here to cover it. I told Drew, I said, I think I'm going to live stream the DLC coverage this time, because it's another thing, like, you know, maybe instead of making a just like a 12 or 13 or a 17-minute video and trying to show you guys, let's just do it in a live stream and take our time. And it's a live stream, so who cares if it's 2 hours long, and I can maybe I can show you all of the pieces, and I can start building things. And if you're on the fence about buying the DLC, you can sit here with me and watch it, and we can play around with it before you go and spend on it. The African mural is just a little too big for that wall, isn't it? Would it be too big to cover up the rhino, though? Or do you guys like the rhino? Might be too big for over here, too. Yeah, that's a little obtrusive. I like the rhino. Simple Gaming thinks, I think it will be an oceans pack with penguin, seals, otters, and turtles. That would be my... Yes, I am with you and Grace on the otters. That's probably my biggest want right now. Top of the medical center. It could be a pretty cool little Easter egg if people are like flying over. There we go. I think that works pretty cool. Yep, otters, seals, sea turtles, walrus, and tropical and coral fishes are my dream aquatic animals. Yep. That is a lot of people's. The good thing you guys have to remember, though, is they haven't come out and completely shut that down. Now, the one thing we have to give Frontier is they are pretty good as far as if it's not going to happen, kind of quelling expectations. But as far as that stuff goes, it seems like their verbiage is, we don't have anything to announce at this time, means that it's still a possibility in Frontier Land. If they say there are no plans to do this, that's pretty much not going to happen. But you kind of have to listen to Frontier's verbiage. It could happen if they say, what was I just saying? I just lost my train of thought. If they say, because it's happened with Planet Coaster, we have nothing to announce at this time, means it could happen. If they say we have no plans, then that's, you can just pretty much put that idea to rest. You know what may look better than these little guys? These little posters. Kind of on the vet center. I will absolutely have a heart attack if they add orcas and other deep sea creatures in a theme pack. Yeah, me too. Me too. Simple is expecting an early update announcement on the 17th. So today is the 15th. So you're thinking some kind of Tuesday tease. I don't know. It's not totally out of the realm of possibility. Still seems a little early to me, but I'd be right there with you if they did try that on us this week. Especially with so many people, like off of work and school and stuff, with Thanksgiving coming up. I have a lot of people sitting at home that could possibly be ready to spend some cash and game a little bit. I want to see meerkats too. December release, yeah, Herman. I'm thinking. The hopeful side of me wants November. The realistic side of me is thinking December. So, we'll just kind of have to see. Now here at the end, guys, you may just see me throwing a bunch of spaghetti at the wall, but I really like at the end of these builds to kind of, just try to go all out and just think of any kind of extra detail we can add. Like, see, we'll get some plants, added to those. Just a little bit of subtle greenery here. Like I said, to give us our our color pop. Yes, yes. Frontier they are very secretive. They do not release any information until they're absolutely sure that it's ready and they're ready. See, some people think I'm crazy because I think because I think birds will come before fish in this game. But I just think the water has notoriously given Frontier so much trouble. Honestly, I would expect birds before water animals. That's just coming from my experience with Frontier 5 or 6 years now. Because some people are saying water, the bird flight would be so much harder for them than to create actual water animals. But I'm just thinking, you guys know, water, it just, like I said, the track record of kind of giving them trouble and think of the animations they'll have. They can't just make the animal disappear underwater and it floats around with no bubbles or no VFX that trails behind it. And, the water animation, it doesn't really move much. I mean, the animals have the little kind of course and bubbles that go around them. But to have penguins and stuff jumping in the water and essentially gliding and bubbles going everywhere and the breaking of the water, I just think that would be tougher on them than creating some kind of flying animation for the birds. But that's just my opinion. Maybe we will get fish first, but I would think birds are coming before any type of aquatic animal. Now, hopefully aquatic animals are being worked on, don't get me wrong on that. But yeah, I think birds are first. Red says, I think the rumored larger exhibits could be for burrowing animals such as meerkats. I hope not, but I don't know how else they could handle burrowing. Yeah, the thing with the meerkats and bringing those type of animals in is you would have to have some kind of burrowing mechanic. We would have to be able to see them dig. And I don't want to just see them in a box and then we turn the camera away and you go back and they're underground. We'd want to see them actually dig, right? So yeah, guys, let's bring over the Suyana building and just see if these two shared a street together, if this would look okay. I think we could make this work. They could be street pals. Of course, in Suyana, this would actually... the ranger station would actually fit behind the gift shop, I believe. Those could work in a little more theme parky, but I think those bounce off each other pretty well. foxes. Grace has some, yeah, I am right on with Grace on those animal prediction, or those animal wants. Otters, foxes. Fox. I just want to pull up I don't know where my hotel is. I want to see it real quick. What in the world did I do with my hotel build? Am I overlooking it here? There's the gift shop. See, you all, if you haven't seen this, here's my little meerkat exhibit. Or like, you know, what I was thinking one could be like. And then, you know, I had the little tunnels going underneath the logs and... Yes, I have already had meerkats on my mind. Here's the hotel. Yeah, those all kind of go together. That could fit that style over in Sienna. All right, guys, I think we are, and feel free to jump in and add to this or get you another wing going, any of that, but I think, oops, you know what we need though? We need like the little emergency, don't we have like a little green sign here somewhere? Hey, thank you, Seth. And Heather? Kind of look around a minute, kind of finish up some little more detail on this. Thank you, Cybers. Claire, you made it! See, I told you I would do an early stream one of these days. What we're doing now, Claire, is we're just kind of rolling around and trying to think of some details we could add before we kind of throw this up on the workshop. Kind of just rolling through these, kind of rolling through the signs, seeing if anything catches my attention here. This little patio area. You know, I was thinking that looked a little kind of dry, doesn't it? Is that what you're kind of meaning right here? Maybe like even out here at the corner? Yeah, I was thinking that too. That's kind of what I was eyeballing up right there, trying to... Let's see here. Well, you know what? We could actually just... Oh yes, Seth. We'll put this on the workshop here, probably in just a few minutes. That kind of dresses that up a little better. You know what we never did, though, that we were talking about last night? We never did the lift. Now all that's kind of in the way. But that's okay. You guys can go... you can add a lift to the tower if you can find some kind of way to kind of make that work. There we go. That just kind of give a little more life to this area, didn't it, with the boxes and the little basket. Claire, you'll have to tell me what you think about the greenhouse. Look, we use the little smoke VFX, and it looks like they're watering the plants. So let's just kind of keep looking around here a little bit. Do we have the door? Okay, the doors are in the kennel, so they can come in and clean those if they needed to. This landscaping looks good. Yep, the smoke worked out pretty well. Yeah, the little greenhouse kind of made a little appearance over here. And Bluefin and them had the suggestion to put vines with the watermelons, so that worked out really good. Yeah, you'll go in and just take out the greenhouse. Thank you, Heather. Thanks, Seth. The real water wouldn't work. It was too much. It looked weird. It was like, yeah. So I went with the smoke, and it just ended up being perfect right there. I really like that tree, too. That tree ended up being just fit in that awesome. All right, so let's kind of still make our way around this way. So you guys, I like the rhino. Yeah. Harry Potter queue. There's nothing like going into like, you remember going into like the King Cross station part in Orlando and you get blasted with like Sub-Zero AC air. That's like my favorite part of Universal. That blast of Arctic air you get. You know, this could stand for some landscaping right here in front of the veterinary center, because that looks a little bland. Let's go ahead and try that before we wrap this up. Ooh, Hogwarts map. You know, that's one thing Oh yeah, we didn't do lights on the medical center, did we? A good eye, Holly. Little detail we would have left out. Oh, look, Beyond Drew showed up. Drew, please don't tell me you've started drinking yet. It's only 10:20 where you're at. Drew gets into his character a little too much. Nah, Drew's fun. He's kind of like my wingman in the Dungeons and Dragon realm. When's your stream start? I will stop by and harass you. Drew, I'm about to actually put this on the workshop. It is almost ready. Good thinking, Lee. Let's see how dark this is. Hey, it's actually not too terrible, is it? I mean, everything that you'd think would be lit is pretty much lit. Yes, that's what we'll have to do. We will have to return the raid to Drew. In about 10 minutes, we'll wrap up, and we need to go over there and see what kind of mischief he's going to get into. Hey, this isn't bad for us building this with no lighting in mind. I mean, because, you know, we put the lighting in, but that's really kind of for the daytime look. But for us just kind of not paying attention to that, the lighting looks pretty stinking cool. You know what I like to do, though? I really like to see I like to see the almost like the orange glow in certain spots. So let's just see if I can hide some of these. So then, you know, people can actually see the building at night. See how that gives it a little more pop? Especially over near the front entrance. And these things they're pretty easy to hide. There we go. See you, Micah. Oh, you know what? We don't actually have any lights. We don't have many lights over here at the back or in the greenhouse. I mean, I don't know how much you'd really be messing around in here at night necessarily, but you never know. There we go. That lit the greenhouse up a little bit. Path lights. Let's think about this. Glad you guys mentioned the nighttime, because people would have probably went into this like, what the? He didn't do anything at night. New World pack lights. Ha, me too. Yeah, Jake, we're thinking in December at some point. Hey, there we go, Herman. These worked out pretty cool. Just to kind of, you know, give a little bit of path lighting. Good stinking idea. And these are over kind of out of the way too, so... That lighting looks killer. There we go. Now that whole back path by the kennel is lit. We can grab this too real quick. Yes. You know, those would probably even look good kind of shining down and light up the tower a little, help light up the tower a little, you know? Yes, I'm going to remember those lights, Herman. Good suggestion on that. They give off like just a perfect little amount of glow. Don't you think? And our little veterinary center ended up just working out perfect over there. I don't think much kind of came through. A little bit of rock slipped through right there. And a little bit of a boulder slipped through right there. That's okay. There we go. The work does not stop just because it's nighttime. And the last thing before I head over, I'll put this on the workshop and head over to Drew's stream here in just a minute. Let me finish out this last little bit of landscaping here. Ah, yes, good idea, Lee. Need to try to light the... Hey, thanks, Monster. Gotta try to light the tree here real quick. I don't want to go too crazy, but... Hey, that worked out pretty good. The only thing is I'll probably... Let's change it to like that yellowish orange. Well, it didn't click it. Hold on. Because we've got more like a... It's not a hard light over here, you know? It's more like a glow. Hey, there we go. That lights up that little bed pretty good, you know? Especially since this is like the only tree around the compound. That works out pretty good. Ooh, you know what though? It is kind of still a little darker right here than I'd like it. Let me see if I can hide some of these orbs or something. There we go. That looks better. That looks pretty stinking cool. Now we even have the night covered. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and watch your eyes a minute. This is going back to daytime. And we will go ahead and get this on the workshop. And what we'll do, this ended up being, oh, we just went a little over 1,000 pieces. So not too bad. Get a good angle of this right here. And we will just name this, we'll do something just simple, generic Ranger Station. Okay. If I could type today. So this could be a shop shell. Other, I guess. No species really. This could kind of be anything you, I mean, this is totally up to you. Get the sun decent on this. And then I'll get everybody's name. I'll get the couple people that I've used some of their blueprints, like the bulldozer, the binoculars, and Domez's electrical box, and any other one that I may have used. And we'll make sure to give them credit in the blueprint description. But yeah, I think we're good. We are almost ready to wrap this up and head on over to Drew's. And where'd we go here? Where are we? Where are we? Am I missing it here somewhere? There it is. Ooh, this would cost you almost 30 grand in game. Don't you wish they would just copy it over what you typed in game? Okay, hold on one sec, guys. I will throw this on there. Make it public. Change visibility. Public. Okay. Yeah, the higgledy-piggledy just mess, isn't it, Claire? Like, that's what a lot of people have come and said over the last couple streams. They're like, I can't believe you. Like, it's such a mess, but it looks so cool. Like, is that not just my style in a nutshell? Just kind of like throw at it whatever will work. Hope to see this in your guys' zoos. Send me a screenshot if you end up using it. Just follow me on Twitter or Instagram and tag me. Because this is a hot mess, isn't it? We've used stinking pieces from everywhere. But hey, like I said, kept it just a little over 1,000 pieces on you guys. See, Claire, this is the dormitory up here. So this is where the Rangers live, and you know, with their off time, we've got them a little hammock and a little table and chairs up here. Down here is their garage area, kind of like, you know, where they keep their Jeeps and equipment. This is like a little custom radio tower that I built by flipping the Australian sunshade over and using the little lights as radio, like little radars. Then, of course, this is the main entrance area. And this is Holly's. Holly's idea was saying we really needed some kind of medical center. And then, of course, the big watchtower, greenhouse, and kennels backside of the dormitory. And then, of course, inside is, you know, the administrative office, you know, where they can get their work done and all that. But yeah, the living quarters are upstairs. And you guys can remove these too. I just put some solar panels up there to kind of reinforce the self-sustaining type deal. So that's kind of what those are up there. But yeah, go download it. Leave me a comment on it. Send me a tweet. Show me on Instagram where you've decided to use it at. And I can't wait to see it. Yeah, Jurassic Park vibes. Yep. So next, like I said, later on this evening, a lot of you are probably going to be in bed. But I am probably going to do a Red Dead Redemption 2 stream. We will kill some people, set some people on fire, ride some horses around, get into all kinds of Western mischief goodness. And but it has to. I would look for that to probably start around 6-ish Eastern Standard Time, 5:30-ish around in there, because I kind of have to be wrapped up by 8 my time for the D&D stuff with the gents. So we will, I will catch you guys hopefully later on this evening, and let me know what you think about the Ranger Station here. Thank you guys for stopping by and hanging out with me, and be on the lookout for the next live stream adventure. We're going cold. We are going Polar Outpost. So that will be pretty cool. Thank you, Cybers. Thanks, Holly. Thanks, Claire, Seth, Heather G, Cybers. Big thanks to Herman, who I don't want to leave anybody out. DZ Studios, thank you. Thanks, Lee. Thanks, Monster Warrior. Gecko stopped by for a little bit. Thanks, Gecko. Thanks, Jake Flynn. Thank all of you guys. And yes, I will catch you guys in the next one. See ya.